Look, so we have berries, and we love these raspberries. And then right over here is a
Oh my gosh.
ripe berries and not ripe berries.
I did not see those yet. Let me pull them out.
Whoa, that is...
Oh my gosh.
That is a cluster. Hunter saw... We both saw... And there's a huge
This
jumbo.
is huge. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that, you guys.
Huge.
There's another huge cluster?
Yeah.
Whoa. Uh-oh, that one has bird poop on it. See that white junk? That'll be for the chickens, I guess.
It's okay, because it's
Yeah, you just touched bird poop. You just touched bird poop. It's just a little bit.
Wait, more and then more.
That's
and then
huge.
More.
Oh, we have to come in the morning and pick them. I guess we could pick them tonight.
Oh,
Look at that huge cluster. That's that's the one that had bird poop. Don't eat it. Oh, we'll give it to the chickens.
At the back. And look at these.
What are those?
Raspberries.
Nice.
And look at this huge cluster of berries.
And those are blackberries that are not ripe?
Yeah, they're huge. They're massive.
That's awesome. Welcome back to the homestead. So we're just down here collecting some berries, eating some berries. And while we're down here in the berry zone, I'm gonna teach you guys how to propagate some more berry bushes so that you can sell them for profit to earn money for your homestead or your garden. Let's check it out. So step one is go to your local nursery or go to a friend who's got a berry patch and get yourself a berry bush. We got here a raspberry. That's what we're gonna be doing today. This is a Willamette raspberry. Plant that in the ground and let it take off and get huge. This was planted in about April of 2020, and we're just here in August of 2021 now, so about 14 months, and this has taken off. Now, it's not given us a ton of berries, but it's really exploded in growth. So yeah, first step is get a healthy plant going and let it take off. The next step is go down to your local nursery, grab a bag of potting soil if you don't have any soil just laying around, and grab some small pots, small plastic pots. Usually they'll have a spot where they just give those away for free. So first step here is going to be grab this soil and we're going to put it in the large 15-gallon pot and just moisten it down to get it ready.
What are you making in there?
Just soil. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-moistened the potting soil, and I'm just going to fill up these containers. I'm going to see if we can do 10 today, so I'm just going to pre-fill up 10 with this moistened soil.
And your pots. Can you put it in my hand?
All right, so we had a little extra, so we did 11. So we've got 11 pots ready to go. Got moistened soil in there. We're gonna move on to the next step here. All right, so next you're gonna find some runners. There's the main bush. Down here, coming up out of the ground, are some runners. So we're gonna dig those out, and that's what we're gonna use here. Now, depending on if it's a thornless variety or not, you may wanna get gloves, but here we go. Sometimes the soil will be soft enough that you can just pull them out, but if not, just grab a shovel. Get the dirt out of there. And then just kind of lift them out. So these don't really have much root on them, but that's why we stick them in the soil. But yeah, you want to look for them with kind of something going on there. There are little roots, but it's really not much. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we grab this first one and put my glove back on because the thorns are a little annoying.
I have my gloves on. Look at them.
Yep, she's got her gloves, so she's set. And I'm gonna cut this down to size. This runner part, just cut it down to size so that it'll fit in the bucket. If you can, or the pot, if you can find taller pots, then that's always good. But you don't want to use too much soil because that'll, you know, cut into your profit. So yeah, just go ahead and cut it down to size. You can see it's probably got, Hunter's pulling weeds out. It's probably got about 4 or 5 inches on there. And we're just gonna take that and stick it down in there. Make sure it goes, you know, to the bottom about. And just kind of pack the soil around it so that it stands upright. I may end up adding a little soil to that one.
I got the root.
I'll probably just top it off with a little soil. Here's the next one. So yeah, if you can get the pots that are specifically designed for berries, they're the long, slender ones, then that would be even better.
Roots.
So yeah, it's gonna give this a little snip. Stick it in. So we got that in there. Next one, just gonna cut it down to size so that it'll fit. So get that pot, stick it in there. Pack the soil a little bit around it just so it doesn't wobble over and fall out and fall down. But not too firm, just right. All right, yeah, just gonna add a little bit of extra soil on these around the top.
I want to pat this one down. Can I
Pat
do
that.
this one?
Yeah, pat that down. All right, so these 3 are almost done, but there's a very important step. The last step is very important. We'll do that once we get the rest of them done. We'll show you that, so hang on a second. Before we get to the last step, there's one other thing I want to show you, is that those were just runners that the plant sent out on its own and came up. If you don't have any that are doing that, what you can do is take a vine like this and put it down on the ground like that, where my hand is, and bury soil over it for, you know, 6 inches or so. Just cover that with soil and that will turn into a rooted section on its own. All right, so yeah, we're gonna finish up the rest of these, then I'll show you guys the final step. Okay, here's one I just pulled out that has some established roots already, so that's always good. If they have a little more root on it like that, then that's even better. So pretty cool stuff. All right, so another one here with good roots on it, and there's 2 on this one. So yeah, gently kind of pull it apart, get your clippers out, and just make a nice little cut there. So now we've got 2 that already have roots in them. So these are great. When they do already have roots, you can empty the soil back out, put it in, and then refill the soil so that the roots don't just get crushed trying to jam it down into the soil. So last 2, and then we're gonna show you the final and most important step. So last but not least, of course, you're gonna water them some more. Nice and saturated. And then the most important thing that I was telling you about is put them in a shaded area. Do not put them in direct sun because they don't have the root system to get enough water uptake to survive that.
Yeah, and this one I put it over here.
So yeah, find a good shady spot outside. That's where we are. We're underneath the deck. Doesn't get direct sun. We'll water these really well and then show you one more thing. All right, so here they are. We ended up doing a total of 13. We just used the rest of that bag of potted soil. So we got them watered, saturated, and in the first week, some of them probably gonna look a little wilty, especially if there's really hot weather. That's okay, they will bounce back from that. And just keep them pretty soaked, at least the first week. And then after that, just kind of judge how they're doing and give them water a couple times a week. Don't let the soil ever fully dry out, but don't over soak them to where they just rot out from being completely soaked 24/7. And so here's 3 that we already did. These are around a month old maybe or so. And you can see they've pushed new growth. This green right here, that light green, that's new growth. This is pushing new growth here, new here. So once you start to see them pushing new growth, that's a great sign. These will probably be ready to transplant pretty soon. Generally speaking, probably wait 3 to 4 weeks, maybe a little longer before transplanting. You could always pop one out and just take a look at the roots and see how they've grown. If you're going to be selling them, definitely check on the roots, make sure it's solid. Don't sell them too early because you don't want that plant to die on the person. I'm going to shoot to sell these for 10 bucks a pop. I'll see if that works out. I'm going to set up on the side of the road, sell some lemonade and orange juice and raspberry plants. So that's coming up next. Make sure you check that video out. But yeah, you can also plant them around your yard and get huge raspberry, blackberry, boysenberry, whatever it may be, huge harvests, and sell that for profit too. So this is just one way to bring some money back to your homestead. It can be expensive getting all this stuff set up in the early years. So this is a nice little way to recoup some of that money. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification right now so that you will always get an update whenever we drop a video. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye. See you next time. See you next time. Bye. Bye.